Welcome to Television of Cults. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video.
Hi, here is a quote from a famous actor, namely Matthew McConaughey. I hope that by the time you have finished viewing this quote, you will be inspired and motivated. Life is a series of commas, not periods. There's a difference in thinking you are a champion and knowing that you are. Now, you lose something in your life, or you come into a conflict, and there's gonna come a time that you're gonna know, there was a reason for that. And at the end of your life, all the things you thought were periods, they turn out to be commas. There was never a full stop in any of it. The best advice comes from people who don't give advice. There aren't many things that are universally cool, and it's cool not to litter. I'd never do it. I don't want to just revolve. I want to evolve. As a man, as a human, as a father, as a lover. My rule is to break one sweat a day. There's two sorts of fear, one you embrace and one you should listen to and turn the other way. My wife and I don't compete. We know each other's preferences, and we work to provide those for each other. One will take over when the other is faced with something he or she dislikes. That's what friends do. I say to the paparazzi, fellas, take your shot and go. It's just they usually find me on a beach. My life is the road, man. I need to keep moving. I've been in a couple of weddings where the coolest people that were the most day before so mellow and then the day of the wedding freaking out. Starting at about, I guess, forever, I've always looked forward to getting older. When I was 14, I couldn't wait to be 16 and get a driver's license. I have my own vocabulary. I love linguistics. That surprises people. When I see grace in a woman, that's very sexy. You can tell by how someone moves or their rhythm. I know when I grew up, it was, if it was daylight outside, get outside. Well, now, with the technological age of computers and everything, everyone's inside virtually going everywhere they want to go, virtually having relationships, virtually traveling across the neighborhood, virtually going to that island. I like having my hands in the clay. I like the movie-making process. When you have good friends you've been around, every time they talk, you don't give them your full attention. You don't look them in the eye and stop. Half the time, you're listening, half the time, you are ignoring them. I was raised on, you go get a 9-to-5 job, earn your pay and work your way up. I've done films where we don't rehearse, and I've done films where we heavily rehearse. I like rehearsals. Good ideas are free, or at least they should be. I go on the Daily Beast. The Daily Beast is one of the websites that I check out. I talk to myself all the time. Just make sure you answer. I like to be able to wear something that is appropriate for wherever the day takes me, to work, on a hike and then out to dinner. I like to take the formality out of the day's schedule and be ready for any off-road detour. I like a good pair of jeans, but I also like putting on a nice tux. I'd rather go around in a good pair of jeans that you don't wash every day, because they get more and more comfortable. I've read a lot of really great characters in some really crappy stories, where I said, like, boy I could shine here, but the story sucks. I don't want to be part of that. When someone bestows something on you, no matter how true it is, when someone says, sexiest man alive, I'm honestly going, thank you. Right on. For me, it's never cancelled out anything, it's never made me go, does this make me less talented of an actor? Absolutely not. I have no problem with commitment. In fact, I love having someone in my life. The challenge for me as an actor is if you become a celebrity, you don't meet strangers anymore. And strangers are where we have our anonymity. And I believe it's essential for the soul to be anonymous, especially if you're going to be an actor. What the heck is true love? I remember feeling, back when I was 12 and going with this girl, is this true love? Vanity is great motivation, to be fair. We have a big appetite for putting people down, but, at the heart of everyone, there's enough room for all of us to succeed. Sure, I can get a little bit jealous. The good part about jealousy is that it comes from passion. It's also the dangerous part, and it's an ugly emotion that hurts. One of the great pleasures of going to see a Daniel Day-Lewis film, you haven't seen him in 5 years. Where have you been? So, it's a special event, right? Well, if you want to go see a movie that I'm in, it still may be a special event for you, but you don't feel like you don't know where I've been. Kids will remind you that, even though you've gone down a road 100 times, it's brand new for them, and that's healthy. I think the discipline comes with turning that cell phone and BlackBerry off and unplugging completely. You do that and you go through some withdrawals in the beginning. You start thinking, oh, do I need to do this? Do I need to do that? You forget that we were doing just fine with the payphone. I'm a golfer, and what are the two sports you can do till you drop? Golf and surfing. They're great for you limber-wise, they're great for you health-wise, and they put you in sweet locations. There are certain nights you and your image just aren't in the same bed. I've got incredible support from my wife and family and people around me. I've got great people around me who handle anything on the outside, business-wise, who help free me up to create in my job. I will say this, one of the things that is a pain when you're expecting children is how much advice unsolicited people give you when you're not asking for it. You want to be a writer? Start writing. You want to be a filmmaker? Start shooting stuff on your phone right now. My whole family are hams. They're storytellers and everyone outdoes the next one. If you want your hair to be thicker, cut it when the moon is about to be full, a heavy, full, waxing moon. Do not cut it when the moon's waning. The unsaid rule for living in a trailer park is, if the door's shut don't come a knockin'. But if it's open and you're walking by, feel free to say, hello. Music is a really great creative tool for me, for different roles. See, A Time to Kill was the one I got famous off of. Big kaboom, over one weekend. After that, I did films that I really wanted to do. Whether I'm running on the beach without my shirt or whether I'm going out with my kids or going to church or going out to dinner, I don't choose to insulate myself in engaging in real life. Hence, the public kind of almost knows me as much through my real life that they see through the rag mags. I've never been a jealous person, and I've never felt built up by someone else's failure. That's a cheap thrill. Any artist, the work you do, if it's a painting or if it's a performance, you hope it translates to a common denominator with the people, that they see something in their own life in there. Or they see something in somebody else's life. That's what's fun about sharing art. I always wanted to be a father and thought it would be great, but it just took the right woman and the right time to make it all happen.